I'm a family nurse practitioner with over 7 years of healthcare experience. Green IV Hydration is an IV therapy service that's concierge serving the Tri-County area, providing on-the-go vitamins and hydration therapy to boost energy, support recovery, and enhance overall wellness. As a small business, I run all operations, but in times of high demand, I do have a strong network that I lean on with skilled clinicians that can provide safe and efficient trips. With advanced clinical skills in IV therapy, I aim to make professional wellness care accessible, safe, and effective for everyone. Many people today are facing daily challenges with low energy, recovering from stress and illnesses, and boosting immunity. A health survey says that wellness is booming, and with 82% of U.S. consumers saying wellness is a top priority. Despite this, most people continue to rely on a conventional way of health by visiting hospitals, clinics, and pharmacies, often unaware that there is a range of advanced science-backed medical approaches that exist outside of these traditional settings. These innovation options are designed not only to treat illnesses, but to provide overall vitality, performance, and long-term wellness. This is the gap that gives stepping into. Green IV Hydration provides medically supervised IV drips focused on 4 core areas: energy, recovery, immunity, and overall wellness. We offer custom vitamin blends, hydration, and nutrients administered in a comfortable setting. IV drips aren't just for treating illnesses, helping with elderly, or just easing hangovers. It's a proactive way for anyone to enhance performance and maintain balance and support overall health. Our value proposition lies in 3 key strategies. First, clinically safe RN administered drips, wellness-oriented service for proactive, not just reactive health, and convenience and flexibility, coming to you with services that integrate into your busy lives. As we move into our upcoming telemedicine offering, we will further expand our impact with virtual clinic care, concierge lab services, and follow-up lab, making basic care wellness care accessible. Our revenue model is simple. Our clients book online, they choose from our custom drips, ranging anywhere from $200 to $280 for iron shots, all priced at $40. They can also book a virtual telecare visit and deliver anywhere, homes, offices, events. The low overhead of mobile delivery, word of mouth, and growing engagement in both consumer and corporate segments. Today, I'm seeking your investment through this grant to help accelerate Give Hydration's next stage of growth. Your support will directly fund essential medical supplies, vitamins, and our market strategy, digital campaigns, and creative partnerships to strengthen our accessibility and to scale faster across Miami-Dade County. We're not just sick, but to help you feel better every day. It's position Green IV.
Thank you. Don't leave yet. We need.
Hi. So you guys go into the person's home, the client's home?
Yes, 100%.
Right. What account is it given for Dade County only? Tri-County. Okay, 2 questions. How do you account for safety for going to those homes? As well, how do you intend on scaling this?
We're still figuring out as far as safety, we're still trying to figure that out. But as far as scaling, I do have a strong network of clinicians that I lean on that's available to serve in Miami-Dade or
So you mentioned about 80% of, Americans say that wellness is important to them, and I'm assuming there's a lot of people doing this. What sets you apart?
So, 82% of Americans find, it makes wellness their priority. I think hydration therapy is actually still kind of fairly new. It's popular in South Florida because a lot of people are new to it. What sets me apart is that we're mobile concierge, a lot of people have brick and mortar, and you have to pay extra, even more premium price for them to come out, and our prices are all inclusive. And, we're also focusing on the education piece, because a lot of people still don't really know about IV hydration, and it's just like for hangovers or the treatment for the sick.
Yeah, HACCOF is the committee and also drug physical education. Yeah, HACCOF is your committee and also drug physical education.
I do not have a physical location, we are strictly concierge as of right now, future plans. We do have strong margins, you want actual numbers, or?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so let's say, the cost of one drip, so let's say one drip costs $220, so one drip, let me start. The cost of the vitamins can drip up to 10 people for the cost of it.
What's the specific market that you're serving? And, well, I'll just ask that question.
Wellness enthusiasts, like people who really like to work out, go to the gym, that's our niche right now, and athletes, yeah.
Hi, congratulations. How many patients do you have, and if you have patients, what's the progress you've seen thus far?
So this is health optimization, not training, so, it's really, kind of one time. We do have membership plans, and so you can come back again, but typically people usually just kind of move on off and come as needed. As of late, I probably have like maybe a little over 10 plans.
The progress, like,
No, yeah, the feedback is really, really positive. The progress is going good. We're just taking 30 minutes to 45 minutes. So it's really, it's very convenient.
and now we will have our second contestant, Radius Resources Group.
Hi everyone, my name is Darius Ricks, the CEO and founder of Radius Resources Group. We are a management consulting firm that focuses on assisting small businesses that are looking to scale and grow. Our focus is helping to turn complexity for small business owners into opportunity for growth and maximizing financial gains. I have a background in investment banking, working for JPMorgan Chase, a background in management consulting, working for a startup management consulting firm called Indelible Solutions, and I'm also a small business owner of my own. Like I said, one of the problems that I saw as a small business owner myself and a Miami resident is that when it comes to being a small business owner, you have a lot to do, not a lot of time. And when you ask somebody to do something that they need outside of extra money, is more hands and more help. They always wish they could help themselves, and that's what I try to do. I try to take my expertise that I've gained over my 15-year professional career and my network and try to bring it to my clients and work with them to provide a bespoke solution that not only gets them out of the weeds, so to speak, on the day-to-day, but frees up their time to think more strategically on where they want to take their business. So, like I said, my approach is working directly with my clients to understand where they are, where they want to be immediately, and where they want to be in the future. So if the judges were to look at the menu that I gave them, it's kind of a rundown on the process of how I intake my clients. So the appetizer is just your free consultation, anywhere from 30 minutes to 3 hours, however long it takes, just for us to understand each other. Some of the additional add-ons I can provide on a week-to-week or month-to-month basis are owner coaching, and also strategic guidance, depending on an agreeable cadence that I have with the owner. And the specials on that menu are what I try to provide at the end of the day. Yes, I want to make money, of course. That's not the only reason. That's not the only reason why I'm in this business. I'm also in this business to help you. And of that help, I want to provide you outside of a higher bottom line is giving you more peace of mind and freedom of thought. I want to give you more time back in your life so you can spend that with your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, kids, traveling, maybe actually sleeping for once. That could always help. Why us? I think you should join, you should choose me as your business consultant. Like I said, I've helped local governments from Miami-Dade County to the state of Florida and the federal government as well, manage multi-million contracts. I've also worked with one of the best, if not the best business in the world, at JP Morgan Chase, so I know how our business should be run. And I also, like I said, I'm a small business owner myself. This isn't my first business. This is just my current challenge. I manage multiple businesses at once, so as a small business owner, I know what you need, and I know how to go about it. I'm not about wasting my time.
Tell us specifically about your target market. Success for.
Yes. So my target market is companies that gross revenue between $500,000 and $5 million. I'm targeting clients in the Tri-County area, and the industries I'm trying to pinpoint are the healthcare sector, construction, and the hospitality sector.
When it comes to price, as far as the basis, can you give us a sense of breakdown as far as the packages that you have, and also you mentioned that they have one is what you can test when you get into the AI questions and the physical is the difference between that. Can you have a little bit
So pricing, AI integration, and the breakdown of the pricing. So when it comes to pricing, and this is one of the harder things to do. So pricing for what I do, there is no. So what I do have an hourly rate, but I tell my clients and I advise them it's best to purchase my services in a package. So let's say a 1 month, 2 month, or 3 month retainer. One, because you can see the return on your investment compounded over time. The longer I work with you on that project, the better return you'll get, and you'll get more of my time based on a 90-day window than, let's say, an hourly window where you can easily go to your budget in a week. Because I'm not cheap, and I'm not gonna go over this. But so with that in mind, I try to prioritize with my clients. How can we get to the low hanging fruit to optimize revenue immediately in the contract? So the prices that you incur with my services are immediately recouped, so that way we can build upon the success we had at the accelerated rate. And I do try my best to work within my client's budget to get the best bang for their buck. And in regards to AI integration, it's really all about what they need, because each client has different pain points. So let's say for someone like Saint, she's doing great, she's in Sorel Williams' accelerator program, she gets 1,000 emails a day. I would probably recommend an AI bot that helps get her inbox down to 0 every day and summarizes all the major emails from either existing clients or clients that are close to being closed. So it's really, like I said, a bespoke case-by-case basics, but it's all about listening and learning from the clients and speaking to what they need.
All right.
I have a couple of questions, so I'll do two. Community impact, because we have to build on that and just kind of touch on, how you consider that in your business. And, the other thing, seems like a lot of services, I mean, not necessarily all related. So, and you can tell me if I'm catching it, I heard coaching, AI integration, systems, staffing, and they each can be their own business. So my question with that is, do you have a team, with the different expertise? And, if not, how are you doing all of this? Yeah, because I can see room for generating a lot of income, but I don't know scalability based on all those things if you're the only person.
So in regards to community impacts, giving back is one of my core beliefs. So I actually had one of my continuing clients that I have today, free of charge, is a not-for-profit called the Foot Forward Foundation. So I've been helping them for the past year with their project management, their project rollouts, and really just finding the groups that really align with what I stand for. And in regards to my team, I work specifically within my network to bring on 1099s. I don't have any direct employees. I just find it easier to just manage. It's more streamlined. So, for example, the first client that I had was a healthcare startup. They needed assistance staffing projects for hurricane relief last year for Hurricane Nicole. So, with me and my business partner on the staffing end, we got together. We signed a contract with them, understood their scope and what they needed, and we helped them for a 4-month period when we staff different work sites throughout the county, throughout the state. And locally, depending on what they need, I can either fill in with my expertise or I just tap on someone with my network and just do a partnership.
I know, sorry, you mentioned the range. Can you give us the range of your packages? Like, where do they start and how high do they go?
I've done packages literally as small as 500 up to packages like the contract packages talking about $700,000. So it really all varies on what you need. So
What sets you apart from the investment bankers, Bank of America, Chase, which was, what sets you apart? Why would I choose you?
you choose me because I actually roll up my sleeves and do the work. One of the biggest things, and anybody who's taken a marketing class recently or marketing course, it's all about branding and what you don't want to be associated with and what you want to be associated with. I don't want to be associated with the phrase business coach. I am an execution specialist. What that means is I sit down with you, I understand what you need, and I put that plan into action and I oversee that plan happen. I don't stand from 1,000 feet away, send you an email, hey, this is what I suggest you do, and see if you happen to follow my rules or not. And yeah, no matter what, I already got paid because I charge that person a month. No. Yes, I'm gonna get paid on the first of the month, but I will be there every step of the way to do what I promised to do, if not more, to make sure you
scripts?
Yeah,
Instead of
I do
just-
scripts writer, yeah, I'm a writer, so I can make the scripts, if like, for instance, you want to say hair product, how does your hair, what do your hair product does for the company, for the people, and how you market that, and come with the script, and talk about it. So that's like a longer conversation, that's a more consultation, more than just, shot, or, shots of your product.
I think that's your differentiating factor, because you told stories, and now you cannot just capture it, but you help people write it.
I'll be right with you.
My question is regarding, community impact on this, just kind of give me an idea.
So I started
as a artist first, and then slowly developing my skills as a marketer and as a photographer. So currently I work as a board member for Main Street Players, which is a nonprofit theater in United Lakes. I've been doing the PR management for the past 2 years. I've seen the impact and the increase in visibility. Some of the pictures I showed you was from some of their events, some of their plays. I've seen people get really excited about just having photos of their event, photos of their artwork, photos of and videos of the memories they had. I've had people from South America come see our shows. I've had people from Bronx and Tallahassee and other people come to our shows to experience something that you won't necessarily see anywhere else, with actors who represent the community, Cubans, Asians, Jamaicans, all creating art. So images, moving pictures, movies, they tell the story. So the impact is solidifying your history, whether it's your event, your headshot, your wedding, your birthday, and giving it to you. We're also working on a different part of our business, which is create photo albums, because a lot of things are visual, and something you want for a wedding or a 50th or 60th birthday is a photo album.
So you covered a lot of different industries, from weddings to businesses. Is there a reason that you don't focus on a particular industry? Yeah, or why do you focus on the industry?
So our main industry is photography.
Well, yours, but the industry that you focus on, the company. Who do you want to serve? Like, wedding people, getting married? Yeah, we're talking.
Oh, my target audience. So we're in the first stage of the photography business. So far, we've been doing a lot of events, headshots, and coverage. We do want to expand and then niche down. So our first year is about seeing which best we serve, how our clients react, and then the next year 2, 3, we're going to niche down, specifically say, okay, we're only going to target businesses, or here we're only going to target weddings, or we're only going to target headshots and photography. So this is a testing period, just like I tested my shows in little bars before I went up in Berkeley Miami campus for collaboration. The same too I'm going to do with the company and see which streams of revenue are the most consistent, which streams of revenue will provide for me and my team, who also need livelihoods, and will support your business not for 5, not for 10, but for 20, 30, 40, 50 years.
All right.
You were very great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, and now we have the pleasure to call credit by Ladish.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sorel. I'm a proud owner of Lavish Touches Hair for over 10 years and Credit by Lavish for over 4 years. As a little girl, a passion for me that God blessed me with a gift to empower women who suffer from hair loss or alopecia. So I started making custom stuffed glue twists. Why? Because I too suffered from hair loss in 2016, where thyroid was an ongoing issue. Did you know that 21 million women suffer from hair loss? 95% is from hair thinning, while 75% is from medication, 62% is from convenience, and 50% is from stress, anxiety, or age. So today, I stand before you because Lavish Touches and Credit by Lavish will be one unity together. I make custom wigs using 100% human hair imported from India. And today, we are proud. I have a team with my sister, who's a licensed massage therapist, Also, I have a grader who I had to enroll in cosmetology school to enhance her craft so we can grow. Right now, I noticed that in the growing market, which is 3.17 billion, or should I say million, okay? During COVID, we realized that it's growing, and we want to be a part of that growth. What we need is a team. We need a lash tech. We also need a nail tech to grow our business. And we can even be 24 hours one day inside the heart of Richmond Heights, Florida. That's our goal, our vision, and to also have other locations. We do community impacts like doing book bag drives, career days at local schools. We hire interns during the summer and provide job opportunities for others. So today, while I stand in front of you, my ask is because we lack visibility at our location since downsizing 2 times, right? So right now we need a outdoor signage to help be visible in our location in the Richmond Heights area. We're also seeking marketing for our business to continue growing with a website, with the inventory. As you can see, we have 100% human hair here. What I'm wearing, my sister is wearing also. I also want to create a brand line with drawstring ponytails for women who want to get up and go, whether you're suffering from hair loss or you just want convenience. And custom apparel outfits to empower our community. So our goal here, we want you to follow us on social media, we want you to follow us on social media and join our challenge as we empower others. And it's not just about women suffering from hair loss, but we also cater to our men who wants to be able to, get their hair braided or even hairstyle with dread twists or anything of that nature, and empower our youth because when they're outside, sometimes they get in trouble. So my goal is to create a training program where we can provide services to help them grow and small type of thing, that's what I'm treating. Yes.
Always good energy, yes, always good energy. Tell us a little bit about how you scale this business. You told us about the employees that you're looking to get, but how do you scale the business and sell more?
To be honest, I literally wound up putting my marketing to the side. I started chasing the vision, chasing my goals, and started being in every room. My sister and I started investing in learning our back office, which from MD, MBF, and lots of these people HACCOF. I started learning that back office to understand how to operate.
I've touched almost everything during your presentation. I've touched almost everything during your presentation, so that's why we don't have too many questions. So great job. But I guess you mentioned a lot about the community, the little girl, back girl community. So I'm curious why I don't see more thank you care, or is that something you see yourself gearing towards in the future because there's a market there? And if so, I don't know if you've heard of P3 here, like what are your thoughts on those competitors out there who are already doing it and how you can compete?
As far as kinky hair, I don't really have kinky hair clients, and then kinky hair is challenging because you want to make sure you get the right type. But I wouldn't mind selling it because right now you look gorgeous with your hair. Yes, ma'am. And I give you much credit. But yes, we do have our youth that faces challenges, but despite of what you wear, it's all about the inside. And when you're sitting in my chair, that's what I focus on. I focus on you looking good. Like I speak to you, I guide you, I motivate you, and I encourage you, I educate you. And for me, that's where, my clients become returning clients. And I provide them quality services, and I make it convenient for them. Like right now, see, I'm at this event, it's 6 o'clock. But I know you're trying to get somewhere or to work tomorrow. I will still, after this event, go to work. That's why when you come to the mission before I was in the Richmond Heights area down south. So my kids, that's it. Oh, Jesus.
What would you say is the current average order value or the average service value for each client that you serve, and how do you foresee upselling or cross-selling these people?
Okay, so I'm not there yet. With the wig sales, I would probably average for the year, honestly, 3 to 5. And that's the reason why, now that I've learned my market, by my back office, now I want to focus on the marketing, but still hire someone to do that, because I cannot run the service, do hair, and then try to, so that's the goal. But I want to reach my audience, which is the women suffering from hair loss. I want to work with the hospitals, even prison, women that's getting out of prison, and women can't get a job, and providing job opportunities for those, which is job training. Yes, ma'am.
And we're finishing our segment A with Réveiller Mental Health and Wellness LLC.
Hello, everyone.
Close your eyes with me. Take a journey. Imagine a 4-year-old little girl frantically awaking out of her bed to loud noise and screams, slamming the doors. Opens the door and finds her dad, slapping her mom. Blood drips. He walks out of the door, not to be seen for a very long time. Open your eyes. Meet that little girl, Renee Romaine, today, licensed clinical social worker, Florida native, born to Haitian immigrant parents who just couldn't get it together.
have worked for large corporations such as UHS, DCF, HCA Hospital, but that's not where it lies. This young girl's primary education was through her personal experience. Might I add, a two-time Berry graduate with a master's in social work and in psychology. Imagine if that little girl had access to mental health counseling in her home. This is where we lie now. The crisis we're facing, did you know that 1 in 5 adults suffer with mental illness? And 50% are the only ones who actually seek mental health services? Why is that? Access isn't the only problem. There's a stigma, especially within our culture. There's lack of awareness in education, there's lack of representation, and there's also affordability. That's an issue. As a result of this, the consequence lies loss of productivity, okay? Strained relationships due to broken homes, as well as widespread burnout, leading often to suicidality. This is where Vivian Mental Health and Wellness was birthed, and Vivian means to awaken, and our mental health model is mental fitness model, which is all encompassing, and it covers every aspect of mental health, especially within our culture. Our goal is to shift the narrative. Just to give you a brief overview of Vivian's business model. We exist because we are relatable, compassionate, accessible, and affordable. We provide counseling and coaching services to individuals, families, couples, and employers. We provide via in-service as well as telehealth therapy to make it accessible, and we're licensed in 4 different states. We provide counseling via licensed therapists, mental master social workers, as well as certified coaching. As of today, we have served over 7,000 clients, and imagine that it could be doubled. We've addressed issues under the umbrella of mental health. You name it, we've addressed it. And we've collaborated with large corporations. So far, our clients have shown an increase in mood regulation, management of relationships, as well as management of burnout. Our key revenue stream right now is insurance billing. However, we have 7 full key revenue streams. And this again is our track record with a 28.1 increase from year to year. And this is where there's a shift in our journey, and we want you to be a part of that. Our goal is for direct impact. We want to extend our reach, okay, especially for people who look like us. Engaging in the community.
Where do your clients come from? Like, where do you source the clients?
Clients are all around Florida. They come from, meaning where do we get our clients? How do they find us? Right now, it's Instagram, Facebook. We have word of mouth referral sources. We also have the insurance companies that we're credentialed with who send clients to us. And we partner with corporations who work with people who look like us and provide vouchers for those clients.
Alright, so we know that as I'm here for this community, it is your office, let's say, free
we never turn people away. No, it's not an option. We'll always find a source for support. We work with corporations that provide vouchers, and the vouchers allows them free counseling services. And we also have sliding scales, so if they can't afford it, we meet them where they are. We do provide pro bono services as well.
You may have gone to that, could you give us numbers that relate to your business revenue?
We have a 28.1% increase annually with the number of clients that we serve. To date, we have about over 7,000 clients that we've served. As far as the amount that we brought in, last year, 2,600 and change, and this year we are already at 3,000. We at 100,000 more increase already this year. 300,000. But I said 300,000 to date. So our goal was to double last year's number, which was 569,000. The goal is to get a little more aggressive so that we can meet the number or get close to it.
What's the percentage of the market share that you see your company seeing? How many businesses you said your understanding of the market? If anything, you can, like, there's room for this much more, you only need to gain 3%, so there's much more,
No.
Okay, so, in the market, what is the, likeliness, how much room is there for you to scale? For your business? That's one, and two, what's the movie?
I'm a counselor, these numbers, they drive me nuts. But, as far as room to scale, this company, it's a mental health agency, there's a large, space for scaling. We can employ more counselors, who can then see more clients. And imagine based on the rates, it says about 1 in 5 suffer with mental illness, but only half actually seek treatment. So we've only served 7,000 since 2023. That number could double or quadruple for that matter if we employ enough people to provide the services.
Also, my follow-up to that is, you said currently you're getting, clients from social media and, some corporations send them your way. So what's your plan for scaling? How do you plan on going out more on social media because we don't want to hire and then there's no plans to bring more in the mix? So what's your process?
Okay, unfortunately, I did not get to that. But the process to scale would be to employ more clinicians, and then we would invest in digital marketing so that it meets a large number of people. We do provide services virtually, so the amount that we can serve is unlimited. And we would also create more content. We would be out in the community providing workshops for education, as well as providing vouchers so that people can afford the counseling.
How affordable are your services to the community considering the change in insurances these days?
That's a really good question. So, we would like to say that we are competitive in rates only because we provide sliding scales, okay? So, to give you some numbers, insurance on average pays about at most, $128 per session, and that session would be about 60 minutes. That is on the high end. If someone comes in and they say, okay, I have co-pays that I cannot afford, we would then say, all right, let's go send you for vouchers to make it affordable. Vouchers range anywhere from $80 per session, which would be a 45-minute session, up to $120 for a 60-minute session. Let's say they don't have insurance and there's no access to vouchers. We would then ask, what is your annual income? What can you afford? Based on that, our sliding scale, which is the lowest, would be $60 for a 45-minute session to someone who cannot afford treatment.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, we are going to segment B, and the first contestant will be stood up, and we will be calling AI Thinking Lab. Ready?
Hi, my name is Vince Jones, the CEO and founder of AI Thinking Lab. In 2019, when I started my first company, I realized every great business owner, they need a chief of staff to help them scale their businesses. Me, I have Erica. She supported me to structure my team, hiring the right people, gathering the right skills, helping me structure my marketing and sales, and with her, we grew the company from a $2.5 million company. And today we have over 200 employees and contractors. Now, I have Erica to support me, and I realized every business owner, they need someone like Erica. With AI booming, we said, if we can't provide an Erica for everybody, let's provide them something that would be affordable for every small business owner. That's why we created David. David is the AI chief of staff, the same way Erica helped me think, plan, and strategically organize all the resources that I needed for my company. David would do the same thing. What David does first, continue. What David does first, David would learn your business, understand how your business works, continue. Secondly, David would coordinate all your emails, messages. For example, if your sales team is using Salesforce, your marketing team is using HubSpot, David can gather all the information from Salesforce and HubSpot, and every day you can get a report for you to understand how your marketing and your sales team is working. Intelligence. David can make market research for you to understand what is going on in your market, for you to understand how your competitors are working. David can support you in decision making. That means David, because David have access to your company's data and have access to your competitors' data, and David knows everything that is going on in your business, David can help you take better decisions because it's all about the data. If you look at the data, that can help you scale better. And you make connections. David is not like any other AI. The reason why I said that is because David learned from your employees and David learned how your business operates. And from there, David can communicate with your employees like it was one of your team. It's like you're bringing in Erica for every business owner. So let's look at the market, how big the market is. In America, there are 26 million small businesses. And the majority of them, they have between 2 to 5 employees. And some of them, there are 600, 1,000 businesses that have between 20 to 50 employees. That means all those businesses, they need to plan strategically in order for them to scale. So that's what we're doing with David. With David, we save business owners time, we save them money, and we help them scale better. If you want to try David, go to our website, blacki.ai, and try it for yourself. Thank you.
In terms of security, for instance, I have a mortgage brokerage company. Tell me about security. You guys deal with, clients' social security number, date of birth, and you know how those are usually sold on the market for a lot of money. How would they protect my data?
So, we know we built a for business owners. So because of that, the first thing that we did when we started working on the, we're making sure that we get the ISO certification. First, also we work with a cybersecurity company to making sure that we comply with HIPAA compliance, GDPR, and any law related to how we handle the customer data, and not only that, and any chatbot or any AI generated system, there's something called adjacent. So what it means is like people can use the AI, giving them certain form to make the AI reveal to them like information that the AI wouldn't reveal to them. So also what we do, we have with the cybersecurity company, we have people working, helping us, like they're hackers, but they're basically hackers. They're like every day kind of testing the data to make sure if somebody goes right in, to ask them certain questions, but they're on the back end, they can receive the request and stop it before anybody can have access to private information.
We need two more questions. We need to keep it short. You don't have more questions?
Yes. Tell us quickly about the numbers, revenue, expenses, number of employees.
Yes. So right now we have a small team. It's 5 of us. It's myself, my CTO, my COO, and then we have two other developers helping us. So for revenue, last month we made around like $20,000 because we just started, but we have over 5,000 users. 20% of them they're business owners, 10% of them they're solopreneurs, and then the rest they're like 80 people out there trying people and trying. So, but it's a business that can scale very fast because, like I said, you can see the total addressable market is big. We have a lot of business owners that need something like this, but we just need to do the marketing, invest a little bit more on marketing for them to know about what we need and for them to be able to try to see how they can help them upscale and empower their businesses.
Just when you see the company 5 years
5 years from now, AI Technology will be a huge company, a multi-million company. The reason why I said that is because first, we know the total addressable market is the huge market. Secondly, we continue to invest in research and development, and I'm currently in talking to investors for us to bring more money to service the next time.
David.
Sorry, David. As you know, the word is that AI is replacing a lot of jobs. So I'm curious in what ways we can realize this creating community impacts.
Yes, so the impact data is very big. Imagine you have a business owner, and that business owner, in order for them to have access to a chief of staff, they would need almost $125,000 to $130,000 a year, and they can use it for $30 a month. And by doing so, that saves them money, and that money they could use it to hire other people that have other skills. So it's a huge impact in the community.
Thank you. Now we are calling Pascal, Health Equity Innovations. consulting firm that provides capacity building assistance to nonprofit organizations working to advance equity and advance health and make healthier communities among people of color. So let me introduce you to the team. The team is me, I am she, I am the team. So let me just provide you a little bit of my educational professional background. So yes, I did spend most of my life in school. I have 3 degrees. I have a Bachelor's of Arts in Biological Sciences from FSU, my Master's in Public Health from FAMU, and a Doctorate of Public Health from the University of South Florida. I have a decade and a half of experience in public health working in various sectors, from local health departments to county governments, national association, and nonprofit organizations. So these are just some of the logos of the organizations that I've led public health projects and initiatives, from maternal and child health, food access and insecurity, as well as creating a community health worker program with Manatee County government. So one of the problems I've consistently seen throughout my 15 years of experience in public health and working with communities of color is that communities of color are often used to advance the agenda of government entities. However, rarely are these organizations provided with the capacity building and technical assistance tools to identify and create solutions to some of their health challenges within their communities. And so often these communities lack access to tailored technical assistance, funding and capacity building resources, as well as meaningful inclusion within the public health system. That's why I created Health Equity Innovations, to provide people-centered, culturally informed and equity-centered services to nonprofits, community-based organizations, and faith-based organizations, as well as corporate and government entities. So these are the 5 services that HEI provides. However, our most popular service is our program evaluation service. And so just to speak to the impact and our achievements during the 2.5 years of our existence, one of the returning clients that I've had consistently is Eat Well Exchange, which is a locally based Miami nonprofit organization that works on a national level to provide nutrition education that's culturally focused. And so since our 2.5 years of providing evaluation services to Eat Well Exchange MNJPD program, they've been able to increase their sustainable funding to about $40,000 within 2.5 years, and then also increase the reach of their program. Additionally, we were recently awarded a $2,500 grant from MD to host evaluation workshops to nonprofit organizations in the South Florida community. So what's our vision? My vision for Health Equity Innovations is to become a national leader in providing capacity building assistance to nonprofit organizations. So these are our 3 strategic priorities for our 5 years, which include expanding service capacity and operations, diversifying our revenue streams, and enhancing our visibility. So our ask is if awarded this $8,000, we want to use it as a seed investment to strengthen our team capacity and expand our operational revenue or operational infrastructure. So that includes hiring 3 subcontracted project associates, as well as a social media marketing student intern, and as well as using the funds to use towards our business operations. Thank you. All right. Our CRM system using it's called I forget the name. Dusado for our CRM, and also using our standard operating tools, for example, Microsoft Office and Zoom, so our operating costs are very low. Just to manage it, since we're only like 2.5 years of business. As far as our profit, so our first year in business, we made about $5,000, and this year we're generating about close to getting to the $10,000 goal. So my goal is like every year is to double our profits for our business. And so one of the things I will say too, to speak to the profit, one of my goals is to make sure that it's manageable or affordable for nonprofit organizations of color, right? However, the thing that I also have to balance with that is that I do have to make a living, right? So one of my goals is to go speak after government contracts and city contracts in order to make sure that nonprofit organizations are getting the services at an affordable cost. Thank you.
Let's welcome now UPT. Kudos.
Hello everyone, my name is Stephanie Dorsius. I am the founder and CEO of UP Creole TV, and I am also a registered nurse with a passion for our culture as well as the Haitian Creole language. So what has been the problem? So our mission and vision is to pretty much teach Haitian Creole children because we want to preserve the language and the culture. So as a nurse, I realized how crucial communication is. It helps save lives because if you come across a patient who doesn't know how to speak English and you are able to speak a different language, and it happens to be Creole, it can help save that patient's life as well as build a relationship with that patient. So I realized a lot of Haitian American children, they don't speak their parents' language, which is where youth comes in. So we have about 12 million people who speak Creole according to studies, but are we really practicing the language at home? So which is where we have less than 5% of Haitian American children actually having proper exposure of the Creole language at home. So this is the 95%, so this is where we end up losing the language from generation to generation. And the worst thing is, there's less than 1% of Haitian content for the children who doesn't have that 95% exposure at home. So this is, again, where UP comes in. So UP, the solution for UP, we have animated Creole videos on YouTube. We have a UP, well, hopefully, a UP Creole Club where we'll be having more educational resources for the children, and as well, hopefully down the line, we have an interactive mobile app. So what makes us so different from other Haitian Creole platforms is the fact that we serve quality Haitian animated videos, but also we're helping with that 1%. Remember I said there's 1% Haitian culture, so we're hoping that with us, we can increase that 1%. So our revenue stream so far has been only from YouTube, mainly, and as well as our books that we currently have and our merchandise. We have shirts. Down the line, we hope to start with the UP Creole Club, where we'll be teaching the children actively and, being interactive with them. And hopefully down the line, we have partnership as well as grants. So our traction so far has been 42,000 subscribers on YouTube, and we've had over 6 million views. And we do hope to increase that, of course. And we've sold about 300 books so far, and thankfully we've reached over 3,000 families on our online platform. What are we asking with your help? We're hoping that we get a funding of $8,000 and 40% will go towards animated YouTube videos because it costs to make those videos. It's about $200, and then that doesn't count going to the studio, making the video, recording, etc. 20% will go towards developing the new platform, which is the UP Creole Club. And the 15% will go towards marketing and outreach because it costs to market and we need quality marketing as well. And the 25% will go towards adding new books and educational products that our families have been requesting from us. And hopefully with the $8,000, we can make that happen. So with your help, we're hoping that you can help us preserve the culture, the language, and make Haitian Creole heard as well as celebrate it because we're lacking that. Thank you. these are my references.
Congratulations. I would like to know that 8 years that I was secretary of this organization position.
I would say my era is global. When I look at my YouTube report, I see people from Philippines, India watching it, and I usually see how long they watch it for, and they watch the whole video. So I will say it's globally, and as far as physical location, we haven't gotten there yet, but we talked about having classes in person. But having classes in person would invest us to have like a team where we can physically be there from our 9-to-5 job. So that's down the line.
What would you say is the main motivator for this? If you wake up tomorrow, what's one thing that you know that's gonna bring in money or that's gonna sell? Do we get paid to subscribe or how do you make money?
So our main source of revenue is YouTube. That's our saving grace. I'm gonna be very transparent. If you skip commercial on YouTube, we don't get paid. So usually the ads usually help us get the funding. And you could say, again, to be transparent, like $150 a month or $200. So it's not much to make those videos. So then this is where we self-fund usually to make videos. And that answers your question.
So what's your revenue then?
So our revenue plan is to invest with, the funding that we get, and hopefully that helps us gain more revenue. Because we do have a lot of feedback. So our feedback are usually, can we have this book? Can we have this video? But then I have to be realistic with the person that asks me, or if they reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram, and tell them, I'm sorry, right now we're self-funding, but we'll get there, but we'll take your suggestion, we'll write them down, and we tell them, okay, down the line, hopefully, we can have this. Because a lot of, for example, somebody asks for party supplies, right? And I'm like, we don't have that yet. Because then you're like, my child is turning 1, and we would love to have you be party supplies for your birthday. So at the time, I was like, I'm sorry, but this is a great idea. We'll table it, but for now, we don't have that. So those are different ideas that have been given to us, but unfortunately, we don't have funds.
This is amazing. I'm totally in love with it. You talked about community outreach. Have you thought about going to school, pre-kids, and if not, what's stopping you from doing so?
Transparency, fear. Because then it would require me to leave my 9-to-5 and fully invest in that. And I wouldn't even see for me, it's just for my team as well. So in order to fully know that I'll be able to survive on that, then that's where the fear is. But we thought about that. A friend of ours reached out to us from Fuller Family. They want us to eventually start teaching patient Creole. But we're also looking for after-school program, because then that would help. Because then I can leave my job and still be able to go and teach after school.
And now we have the pleasure to call the Gala Empire the Power Couple.
Good evening, everyone. We'll be introducing our organization, the Gala Empire, which stands for Got a Lot Accomplished. My name is Coach Kenneth.
And I'm Coach Annabelle, and today we're seeking $8,000 to establish establish a community hub that's built to teach generations how to turn hustle into confidence, character, and lifelong success.
You see, 97% of little boys, like I once was, dream of being a professional athlete, but most never make it.
And if you're a person like me, a young woman raised in an immigrant household, you have 3 pathways: doctor, lawyer, or nurse.
Yes.
And if that doesn't work out, you're stuck with debt, confusion, and you're back at square zero.
Yes.
See, Gala Empire is not just a program, it's a lifeline.
Our mission, we don't just teach kids how to win games, we teach them how to be successful in real life.
Our philosophy are the 5 Ps. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. As you see here, one of our young athletes got an athletic scholarship from University of Fort Lauderdale, and they're currently playing this season.
So what's the problem? Most youth programs teach kids how to win games, and we teach them how to actually win in real life.
So we did a survey across of 139 high schools, and a lot of seniors battle mental health, anxiety, undecidedness, and the lacking successful principles on how to apply that in the real world.
So what's our solution? Our Gala athletes don't just play better. They think sharper, they lead stronger, and they build real futures with success.
By including a holistic approach, not only sports development, but academic enrichment and community network, which we can partner with you all to be a part of our program.
So our business model encompasses 3 things: sports, academics, and real-world preparation. We encompass our mentorship program to teach our athletes how to take what they learn on the court and translate it to the real world.
By going direct to consumers, like parents, who will pay a subscription model for our program, and also to youth organizations like schools to have an after-school or PE program integrated.
We pride ourselves on our growth through partnerships, impact, and purpose.
So we don't really do pricey ads, we just do the outcome and success stories on what we have done. As in partnering with schools, a mentee that we mentored who wants to be an athlete but has a mindset of a candle business, which we did a seed investment, and we got them to actually get some sales.
So management. So the youth sports market is super crowded, but what sets us apart is we're really going into the holistic approach. We're making sure our athletes don't just stop dribbling the basketball, but they succeed in the real world.
So what's my role? My role in the company is I am the community outreach and partner coordinator, where I go out and I make strategic deals with partners to drive growth in revenue, and also I make sure we make a great impact in the community.
And my job is to make sure all operations run smoothly.
So we actually made $188,000 last year. Come on. $250,000 with just memberships, facility rentals, merchandising, and adding parents in our classes.
So where are we now? Currently, we're under contract to get our first flagship location, and it's going to be in North Miami, and we're going to close really soon, and we're asking for your help, your partnership, so that we can make more dreams come true through impact.
Oh, sorry. Thank you all for listening, and we hope you guys
got a lot accomplished.
I like that.
Congrats, guys. This is beautiful.
Yes.
I have a background in social work, and a lot of my work had to do with child protection and juvenile justice. So youth sports is my jam. How do you see yourself scaling this? How do you duplicate what you're doing here further out?
So we have noticed that with us, we had contractors. And how we would
so this is a for-profit business.
Yeah.
Okay. You're scaling really fast. You're locking in your location. I'm hearing employees, and you're on track to get $250K for the year. So give me an idea of your costs to run this program, or what's your projection for this year or next year?
So to clarify, the $250K would be what we would make for the first year actually having our flagship location established. Our prices range differently if we
go direct to consumer or if you go partnering with schools. So direct to consumer, it starts at $200 if you want a basic plan. And our signature membership, which encompasses the mentorship, the academic support, the sports training, starts at $300 per kid. And if we actually go direct to schools, schools will pay us starting around $95 and up per hour.
And the parents are paying that $300?
Yes.
And that price also includes like cost, so we're covering our overhead.
And now we have the pleasure to welcome the only non-for-profit in the competition, Mobility.
Hi, good evening. Good evening, everyone. My name is Marilyn. Mobility was built for one of the hardest and most beautiful chapters in my life. Can I get a raised hand? How many parents we have here tonight? Okay, thank you, ladies. You can put your hands down. Now, for those who raise their hands, think back when you first learned that you were expecting your first child. Remember all the milestones that you wanted to experience? Their first words, their first step, their first day at school. Next. Now picture this. Your child is born, but the milestones don't quite happen. The words haven't formed, the steps didn't occur, and at every setting, there's more questions than answers. That was my reality almost 2 decades ago when I had my child, Nicholas, who was born with cerebral palsy. Looking at the current roadmap, if you look, families with special needs children have to go through mazes each and every day to access services that other families will probably never understand. So in my journey, I learned that I was not alone. In Miami-Dade County, there are over 30,000 children with special needs, yet families still struggle to access coordinated care. And also, because disability agencies are more than 15 miles away, families in North Miami and surrounding cities do not have access. Their access is limited, and there's a service gap. Next. So that's where mobility comes in. We're a one-stop shop resource hub for all the services that a family will ever need. We provide our service in education, financial, legal, and mental support. Because it doesn't matter wherever a family is at, their road will always be back to mobility for answers. Next, please. So as a parent and also an educator, I know the power of inclusion. And my dream team here, they make sure that we're able to bring our vision of inclusion to life every day. Next. So far, our growth, we're connected to over 100 families, and by our virtual resource fairs, also, we also this year are going to provide Thanksgiving meals, providing 100 adapted toys through our partners. So our projected growth. Looking ahead next year, in 2026, we'll be having our resource fair, and also we'll be having in-person workshop at North Miami Library. So our business model. If you notice our business model, we're, yes, we are a nonprofit, but our main goal is to assist families and empower them with next week. So our revenue stream is from various donations, These are our partners that we partner with throughout the year and secure contracts with. So our revenue projection.
So revenue projection, census.
So our revenue projection is a little under 25,000 this year. So with that money, if there are, they vary. So some assist with adults with individual with disabilities and some for families, but there's not quite a lot. And if there are, they're down south or up north, like they're very centralized.
You may have explained it, I may have missed it, in terms of your nonprofit, correct? So how do you intend to help those families and
So by one, we're offering our services, and it's not just on education. So if you notice other nonprofit that does the same thing we do, they're only focusing on one area, where we're focusing on all areas because education, because the disability just doesn't stop at education, it impacts everything.
Well, now we are going to segment C, and we're starting with a startup, and we are calling Mehdi from Knees and Toes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have one question. How many people love a clean place that smells good? I don't see your hands. All right. The next question is, when you walk into that clean place that smells good, how do you feel? How do you feel? Now, I'm going to say my name. Some of you know, some of you don't know. But my name is Medina Home, and I am the founder of Maze & Co. Now, many of you may say, well, we see candles all the time. What's the big deal? It's true. It's a fair question. But I've been in the business of decoration for over 10 years. I love a clean place that smells good. I enjoy making people feel good by walking into a clean place that smells good. I love the power of scent, how it makes you feel, how it uplift your spirit. But there's one problem that I have. Being that I'm exposed to those things all the time, and I always finish my place with a candle, I never realized something I love so much was triggering my motion sickness. Some Haitian will call it malcamion. Where you're nauseous all the time and you have major headaches. I thought that would only happen when I'm in the car or when I'm on a plane or something like that. But motion sickness can be triggered just sitting at home by lighting up the wrong candle. You can light up a candle. Candle has the power to trigger your nervous system if it's using synthetic fragrance, dye, or paraffin wax. After suffering from that for a very long time, I decided it's time to change the story. I decided that I'm going to create my own candles because I'm not going to give up on it. This is how Amazing Co. was born. Amazing Co. is a company that create candles, room spray, body sprays, using natural ingredients. And as well as our candles, we only use coconut wax. I wanted to create a candle to create a safe place for people like me. After I researched it, I realized there's so many people at home that just want a clean place, but suddenly have a headache and they're not sure where that came from. I wanted to create a place where you don't have to go to Bath and Body Works like me, smelling 100 candles, walk out with a headache, vomiting outside, just walk out with 3 candles that you're satisfied with. People with motion sickness can't deal with fruity smells because they make you nauseous. You may not know it, but today you do. Amazing Co. Amazing Co. is my baby. Why do I say that? We're not big. We don't have employees. I do it at home. But I enjoy what I do. I just want to encourage you guys. If you love something, do it. I love the candle. I love scent. So I went to Glory Academy and I learned in the program. I went to sell 3 or 5, and I made sure I educated myself how to handle the company and how to handle the business. Today, I'm asking for $8,000. Why? Because more people deserve to be exposed to those kind of candles and fall in love with scent all over again. With my little revenue that I've been doing, I've invested $2,000. I've already gotten $5,500 back, and I'm already getting orders for the holidays. People want to give their family with great, eco-friendly, good-smelling candle, and you deserve it too.
That's the other one.
It smells good. We were all over your product. So talk to me about your community impact.
Okay, so I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not for everyone. If you're looking for candles that's going to just take over the house and cover back smells, I'm not the one. But if you're looking for luxury candles that you can safely breathe, and that people, no matter how much you suffer with a headache, or you have a stressful day that's not going to add to that headache, you can count on this candle. So I target people that suffers with headaches, that deal with stressful days. I have a peppermint scent that will ease your day after a long day or a long travel. If you love going to the spa is coming to you at home. So yes, I have a community of people that I know will benefit from this.
Tell me about the market, like how much is there to be made from this industry, and what is your plan to tap into that?
So the market of candle, the candle market right now, is aiming to, or has the potential to hit $5.2 billion in the year 2033. And the eco-friendly people are looking for clean products. That market alone is supposed to be hitting about $1 billion. where Mason Cole is very glad to be a part of that. And Mason Cole is seeking to or aiming to reach a little niche of that, I would say 0.5%. And that would allow us to make about 250,000 candles for the people that don't know, and to make 150 sprays for people that don't know. Because people, if you love scent, you deserve to enjoy the scent. But you're not going to enjoy it if you go to the commercial stores where you're obligated to smell smells that's going to trigger you. Amazing Core products are very limited, but they guarantee no nausea.
I don't think you answered the question about community impact, so to be clear, she's asking how do you give back? How do you,
Okay, so maybe I started and I went off, but I started with saying people that suffers with nausea or motion sickness, I'm aiming to make them fall in love with scent again. A lot of them shed away from scent because they get sick, but I want to let them know you can fall back in love with scent again because you deserve a clean place. Second, I do want to extend it, and I know it's not a redeem thing or a main thing, I cannot do it alone. So I do want to invest in other people that can help produce the same kind of candles to help as many people as I can in the community. Well, we have to raise some money.
Do you have a website and can people order online?
Yes, we do, and I'm thankful for that. We're trying to grow it, but right now, you can reach me at Maze_Decos on Instagram, or you can go directly to my website, which is maze-lux.com.
And now it is my pleasure to call Aida from Strategies and Team. Oh, applaudissements.
Good evening. My name is Aida Negron. I'm a certified public accountant specializing in financial statements and reporting. I am a money coach and a cash flow catalyst. My business is strategies and tea because I spill the tea on all things money so we can all spill the water. Now, I have over 10 years of experience in the accounting and finance space, working for companies like UBS Investment Bank, Carnival Corporation, and for one of the top 4 accounting firms, Ernst & Young. You may have also seen me speak at organizations like Prospera, HACCOF, and the Bayside Foundation. I am now the lead facilitator for the Idea Center Scale-Up program at Miami Dade College. You may have also seen me on Yahoo Finance or Go Bank Rates. But beyond all of this, I am the daughter of an entrepreneur. And so I know what it's like when the money system